What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and you know what? People always ask me the same question. Why do I spend so much time complaining about things like The Rings of Power, or Disney Star Wars, or the latest phase of the MCU? And you know what? They always say the same thing. Oh, it's just a movie, it's just a comic book, it's just fantasy, it's just sci-fi. And they write it off as if, oh, it's nothing worth complaining about. Meanwhile, those same people are always offended that I don't like the latest garbage that these movie companies are trying to feed to us. And you know that comments, it's just movies, it's just sci-fi, it's just fantasy. Well, if these movie companies viewed The Rings of Power and Star Wars and all this as just movies, as just TV, then why are they always going so hard to try to cover up whatever backlash they are getting from fans? I want you to answer this question for me. If Amazon just viewed The Rings of Power as it's just a fantasy show, no need to worry about it, do you think that they would have been caught red-handed, deleting one-star reviews, deleting thousands upon thousands of reviews for The Rings of Power all around the world, trying to silence the real fans of Tolkien from expressing themselves and telling the truth about this TV show? If it's just fantasy, it's nothing to worry about, then why do we have multi-billion-dollar companies doing whatever they can to cover up the fact that fandom is upset about these shows and movies? That should indicate to you that regardless of if this is just a book or a TV show to you, that it's much more to them. If this was just another TV show or movie or book, then they wouldn't be doing so much to try to silence the criticism. These TV shows and these movies, The Rings of Power, it's like a vessel for them to get across their political propaganda and their viewpoints on life to other people. That's why it's so important to them. To Amazon, The Rings of Power is not just a fantasy movie, no. It is an object that they are using to try to shape the minds of the future. It is an object that they are using trying to manipulate people into viewing the world the way that they view it. So I always hate when I hear it's just a movie, it's just fantasy, it's sci-fi, it's space wizards, it's superheroes, it's elves. Tell that to Amazon. Tell that to Amazon that this is just fantasy. And maybe they won't feel the need to get across their political agenda in this TV show. Maybe they won't feel the need to be social justice warriors while tackling a Tolkien project. Tell that to Amazon. It's just a movie, it's just a TV show. Tell that to the folks at Amazon who are working overtime to delete reviews, making sure that the word doesn't spread that this show is garbage and it isn't true to Tolkien. So over the past couple of days, Amazon has been getting exposed all over the world, literally in every country that is playing The Rings of Power. Amazon is manipulating the reviews. And I told you all, you might remember, some of you all have been here since the beginning of me covering all of this Rings of Power nonsense. And I warned you all that these people are not coming to fight fair. When you're deleting reviews and you're manipulating the critic score and the audience score and what have you, and the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes, then you're not fighting fair. Now, like I said, this is happening all over the world. I would sit here for hours trying to show you all of the evidence and all of the countries that it's happening in, but here's just a little evidence. As you can see, Rings of Power was sitting at 3.1 out of 5 stars, 32% 1-star reviews, 3,687 global ratings. And then, with a snap of a finger, out of nowhere, the Rings of Power was a 4.0 out of 5 stars. The 1-star reviews all disappeared. Now there's only 4% of 1-star reviews, and there's 2,839 global ratings. As you can see over here in Germany, these people are on Reddit talking about the fact that Amazon's rating for the Rings of Power went from 3.5 to 4.5, seemingly out of nowhere. Now, these are fake fans of Tolkien, and they're all woke idiots, basically. Yay! Yay! Amazon deleted a bunch of reviews, and now the Rings of Power is rated higher. Imagine being happy that a movie company had to delete reviews in order for your show to be rated higher. I don't understand the cult of fandom and standing these shows. And I am a huge fan. I've been a Tolkien fan for the majority of my life. I've been a fan of Marvel, Star Wars, for my entire life. I can't think of a time that I wasn't a fan of Star Wars and Marvel. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to endlessly shill for these shows, pretend that they're good when they're not. Yet there's this cult-like mentality in fandom where you can't even second guess that this is good. You have to worship it. And you just throw away all of your morals in order to just stand the show as hard as possible. Like, why would people be celebrating the fact that Amazon is deleting honest reviews? And I've gone through these reviews, and it seems to me like the 1-star reviews are always more intricate, well thought out, and better worded than the 5-star reviews. I've seen countless 1-star reviews of people providing valid criticism of the show. And I could tell they watched the show from the reviews. Meanwhile, a lot of the 5-star reviews are just, this show is great. Oh my God, this show is amazing. Oh my God, I love diversity. It's really generic. Yet, here we are, Amazon resorting to deleting reviews. But here's the worst part of it all. Most people weren't even lucky enough to have their 1-star review accepted. As you can see, before the numbers started getting manipulated, that we had like 32% 1-star reviews. You have to understand, folks, that that's not all of the 1-star reviews. Amazon, here's an example here, is actively blocking people from leaving reviews on this show. My 1-star review that was over a paragraph long, basically, I would say about a paragraph long, pointing out the flaws within episode 1. And the reason why I didn't like the show was not accepted to be a part of Amazon. So for every 1-star review you see, just know there are 10 more that did not get accepted. So not only is Amazon cooking the books, they were cooking the books before they were even cooking books. They were manipulating the numbers before the numbers you were even given. So when we're sitting here, and I'm sure you've seen other people cover this as well, and we're talking about the fact that Amazon, once again, just deleted a bunch of reviews, let's also remember that most of the reviews were not even allowed to be there in the first place. So the manipulation goes way further than what you're seeing or what you think. I guarantee you, it doesn't matter what YouTube channel you watch. The manipulation is worse than what they think or than what that anyone's really talking about, because the reality is there's thousands of people, I would assume maybe even hundreds of thousands, who are not allowed to leave their reviews. So that's just, it shows how horrible Amazon is, and it shows you that Amazon isn't taking this lightly. If this was just a fantasy show, why are you worried about it? Well, why is Amazon so worried about it? Worried about it enough to not even let me leave a review on the show because they don't want people being honest about it. I'm literally seeing people, and it happened to me, Amazon telling them that their reviews are inappropriate. Not a single cuss word, nothing. In my review, it was literally me talking about what I didn't like about episode 1, what I didn't like about the show overall, the vibe of the show. Never was I disrespectful, no cuss words, nothing. Yet it was deemed as inappropriate. Because Amazon thinks it's inappropriate for you to be honest. Now, if you double hand, blow job, freaking Amazon and Jeff Bezos, then your comment will be left on there. But I just think it's important that while we're reporting on the fact that Amazon just got caught once again red-handed deleting reviews, that we have to also acknowledge the fact that most people's reviews were never even allowed on there. So it's like double manipulation upon manipulation upon manipulation. And to take it one step further, after Amazon got called out, they started adding these reviews back. I kid you not. That's how bad this is. Amazon, trying to save face, added these reviews back after various YouTubers and other people in the media and other people on social media started calling it out, posting screenshots, posting videos. Amazon tried to save face and add these reviews back. And if you ask me, Amazon is really damaging themselves. I don't think Amazon realizes how much damage they're doing to Amazon Prime or Amazon Video or whatever the hell it's called going forward. They are losing a lot of good faith. For me, I don't appreciate the Rings of Power, but that wouldn't have stopped me from watching something else on Amazon. But the way that Amazon has handled this situation, the way they've attacked the fans of Tolkien, the way they've tried to manipulate these reviews and numbers, it makes me no longer want to watch anything on Amazon, period, because I know how shady they are. So if you ask me, they're doing more damage to themselves than anything. Because, okay, you release the Rings of Power, it's woke, it's garbage, everyone hates it. All right, let it be. Let it be. They're not letting it be. They're manipulating the numbers, they're deleting reviews, they're lashing out at the fans, and that is going to damage them more than anything. And I really don't think that they realize that the damage they are inflicting upon their company with the Rings of Power is going to spread further than just Rings of Power backlash, if that makes sense. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it makes me not want to shop on Amazon. It makes me not want to watch any of their projects going forward, knowing how we were treated during the Rings of Power. But let me know how you feel about all of that down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.